Hello, everyone. It's Shane Kanto, your Wasteland Reviewer, and welcome to Lost in the Wasteland. And this is my show where I have a guest and we get a little bit more perspective on their life and experiences with movies. So I have my friend Kevin here, who Kevin and I have been friends since middle school.
That's right.
It's been a while.
It's been a long time, Shane. It's good to be here.
It sure has. Crap. When did we start middle school?
2003.
Oh my God. Oh, and it's 2021. Look at that. We've known each other for almost 20 years.
Time flies.
Time does fly. And Kevin and I have definitely experienced a lot of movies together, whether it was going to see the Expendables movies together, because I'm pretty sure we saw all three of them together.
I think we did.
When you worked at AMC, going to see Green Lantern.
Oh, for free. We saw that one for free.
free.
That was good.
Which was good. Those kinds of movies are good when you see them for free.
Oh, yeah, exactly.
I
haven't paid for it
yet. And I'm trying to think of some getting let into Cinemark once or twice.
Oh, yeah, we knew somebody who worked there.
Yep, we knew people. We didn't ask for this. They just let us.
No, we didn't. Yeah.
So, and I'm trying to think. I think the last movie we saw together might have been Ad Astra.
I think you're right, but I can't remember.
That sounds about right.
It feels like it was 10 years ago since the pandemic hit.
It sure has, which is the strangest thing. But, Kevin and I go on plenty of adventures to Best Buy and Perkins, and we'll be doing that hopefully again, except now it's Stacks on 38.
Yeah, I'm sorry, Shane.
I
had them for breakfast the other day.
It's literally Perkins.
It's the same.
It's literally the same thing.
Yeah.
So, but enough about that. It's time to jump into our questions. So, Kevin, if you're ready, I'm going to start asking them.
Yeah, I'm as ready as you'll let me be.
Alrighty. So, Kevin, what is your favorite film?
My favorite film, if I had to pick one, would have to be Aliens, the James Cameron one, the second Alien movie.
And what's interesting is we saw Prometheus together.
We did, that was actually my first time seeing an Alien movie. That's actually what got me into the series.
It's not an Alien movie. Okay, Ridley Scott. It totally is an Alien movie. But I remember
it got me started. Yeah, so that works for me.
Exactly. And we saw Covenant together, didn't we? I'm pretty sure too.
I think we did.
Yeah.
Yeah, we did. Yeah, we did.
And
we saw that in the theater.
Because we saw it at, I think it was Cinemark XD. That looked beautiful.
Oh, that's right. Yeah.
It looked beautiful.
But I miss movie theaters.
All I could think of is Michael Fassbender telling Michael Fassbender, "I'll do the fingering."
That movie was an experience. I do want to watch it again.
Yeah, I actually have them all over there somewhere.
Oh yeah, I never seen the third and fourth one yet.
It's interesting. The third one is a Fincher film. It is his first film directing.
See, I know that, and I know that he doesn't like that his name is on it.
Yeah, because basically, I think the studio kind of got their.
I still want to see it.
Claws on it.
It's funny. The second Alien movie is my favorite one. It's my favorite movie, and I've never seen the sequels to it. But I'll get around to that sometime.
But hey, Aliens is a great choice. James Cameron is an amazing director.
The special edition in particular.
Oh, I have the special edition.
Right.
Too. Because just make
I think that's the right version of the movie to watch.
I'm trying to think of I've actually watched the normal version. That's a good question.
You probably have.
Because
do you remember seeing a version that doesn't have the kids in the beginning when their parents are exploring?
No, because here's the thing. I bought an Aliens pack, a collection at Princeton Record Exchange, and it was the special edition one.
Oh, so it might be the only version you have.
I think that's the only version I've actually seen because I remember listening to the Cinephiles podcast about it, and they were like, "This wasn't in the movie." I'm like, "Crap! I don't think I've seen the actual regular version of this movie." But
the regular version is good. It's just the special edition is better,
yeah,
in my opinion. People
I
might disagree,
like
and
as somebody
that's fair.
who has seen the special edition only. I don't see what scenes would necessarily need to be cut out. So worked for me.
It's a good 20, 30 minutes longer than the regular version.
Makes it even more of a James Cameron movie. Because
Yeah.
like besides the first Terminator movie, which I don't think actually reaches 2 hours, like every other James
No,
Cameron movie,
right.
like we need to make this beefy. This
Yeah,
has to be
yeah.
a big movie. And it works because the action's great, the characters are great. Like the cast is amazing. Like Sigourney Weaver was nominated for an Oscar for Aliens, which is
She was great in
nuts.
that movie. Right.
Mhm.
Loved it. Oh, you were asking me before what movies I've seen recently. And
Uh-huh.
actually, I did just see The Abyss for the first time not too long ago.
Oh, nice.
So
Another James Cameron movie.
I love that one too.
I
That one felt longer than it was, I think.
I think
But it
so.
was good.
Not counting that Piranhas movie that he did before Terminator, because I haven't seen that. I think The Abyss is the only James Cameron movie I've watched once. I think I've seen everything else. Like, I can't even tell you how many times I've watched Terminator and T2
Yeah.
Judgment Day and Aliens. I've watched Avatar at least a couple of times. I've seen Titanic a couple of times. Honestly, the one that I've probably watched almost the most is True Lies. Because
I haven't seen that one yet. I
oh
want to
my
see
God,
that one.
that is a movie night. I
I'm
definitely.
always down to watch something with Schwarzenegger in it. So
Oh my God, it's so
always a good time.
So Schwarzenegger, and Jamie Lee Curtis is great. But yeah, with Aliens is a great pick, and it's interesting because Jess loves Aliens. That's one of her favorite movies. So
Tell her she has good taste, in
I
my
will,
opinion.
I will make sure to tell her.
Yeah.
Now, Kevin, do you remember your earliest memory of going to the movies?
My earliest memory of going to the movies. It was probably some Disney movie I saw as a kid.
Mm-hmm.
And I can't remember if it was Hercules. I think it was the Disney Hercules movie.
Two thumbs way up.
Yeah.
Oh my God. Hades is so great in Hercules. And there's some bangers. There's some great songs from Hercules. I love almost all of the
That's true.
90s Disney movies. So
I haven't seen it in a while, but I did rewatch it a couple years ago, and it held up.
he's
It's a lot shorter than I remember.
Yeah, well, that's the thing. Most of those like animated movies you watch and it's just like this was like an hour and 25 minutes.
Yeah.
Kind of thing.
It's nothing.
And I think I looked up a bunch of old movies like I think the director's Bluth. He's the one who made like Fern Gully and
Land Before Time.
like all that kind of stuff. And those movies were like an hour and 15 minutes. I'm just
Don Bluth. Right.
Don Bluth, that's it.
Yeah. That's
And all those movies I looked up and I'm like, holy crap, these are like an hour, 10 minutes, hour and 15 minutes. These felt so long when I was a kid. Actually, you know what? Strange thing, for the longest time, I was always thought that Moonraker was like a 3-hour movie.
Is that the James Bond movie?
Yeah.
I think I've seen it.
It's
I
like
don't remember it being 3 hours.
it's not, but I guess as a kid it felt like it because I watched every Bond movie that was out when I was 8 years old. So it is what it is. It is Bond rips off Star Wars, which is interesting.
See, I don't remember the movie. I think I've seen it, but I don't remember it at all.
It's not a good one. It's not one of the good ones. There's a lot of James Bond movies. Some of them are trash.
I know there's supposedly a lot of filler in those movies, but I'll probably get around to them all at some point.
I think I could actually see it right above my head there is my whole James Bond collection on Blu-ray. So
Oh,
still waiting for No Time to Die to come out. Maybe it'll come out someday.
keeps getting postponed, but yeah,
Keeps
they
getting,
already made it.
that's true. It's already
Yeah.
made and ready to go.
Yeah.
So, Kevin, what's your favorite genre of movies?
Ooh, favorite genre. I guess that's a hard one to pick, but I guess I'm just gonna have to say the superhero genre.
Which is funny because we were literally talking at length about
Yeah,
Zack Snyder's Justice League before we started
we
recording.
were. Yeah, so superhero genre, science fiction, that realm. There's
Mhm.
movies that aren't superhero movies that still fall into that. I guess like Star Wars.
Yep.
They feel similar, at least to me.
It's like, at what point, who didn't grow up watching Star Wars?
Right, right.
So, like, I remember, like, because, like, even Revenge of the Sith came out when we were in middle school. That was a big time as a kid, getting to go see Revenge of the Sith in theaters.
That would actually be a close tie for my favorite movie too. Actually, to your question.
See, I think way too many people give Revenge of the Sith way too much crap. So, like, I know there's a lot of
Yeah,
prequel
a lot
haters
of
out
people
there.
give yeah, they give a lot of movies a lot of crap, but that's fine. I still watch them. I still like them.
That is fair. A lot of people give a lot of movies crap. Welcome to
Yeah.
the internet. Um, but in terms of, I really enjoy Revenge of the Sith. Yes,
Oh yeah.
some of the dialogue is a little iffy between Anakin and Padme. Not the greatest, but like I love watching that movie. I will
Yeah.
watch.
Yeah.
I'll watch Yoda versus Darth Sidious anytime. Obi-Wan versus Anakin. And you know what? I will quote all the memes watching the movie. So many high.
Well, every single line in every single Star Wars movie is a meme now.
That is probably way too close to being accurate.
Yeah.
Hello there. Oh man, you know how many hello there memes we're gonna get when Kenobi comes out? So
Oh,
many.
I'm bracing myself,
We got to be
and I'm
prepared.
ready for it. Yeah, I
But
think I'm prepared.
I agree with
I
Kevin.
do want to see that.
I love me some science fiction. So all
Yeah, I
kinds.
guess science fiction would be a better way to put it.
Yeah, because like that's the thing. Because like I know a lot of people are like superhero movies are a genre, but like
Right.
or like comic book movies is a genre,
They
but like,
kind of are, but
it's
yeah,
like
there's a broader thing going on there.
yeah, because like comic book movies could be a lot of things. Because like Men in Black's a comic book movie,
True.
and like a lot of things were surprisingly based off of graphic novels and stuff like that. I'm like, wouldn't have expected that, but you know, obviously the superhero movie boom is still going, and we're getting like 4 Marvel movies supposedly, allegedly, in
We'll see
2020.
what happens. Yeah, we'll see what happens.
We're gonna see what happens, but all I know is I'm hooked on Falcon and the Winter Soldier. So,
Oh, I wanted to see that. I haven't watched that yet.
well, Kevin, wait a week, and all 6 episodes are out. So then
Oh,
you
well, then,
just
yeah,
watch
I'll
them
wait
all.
then.
So,
I still want to see WandaVision. I haven't seen that either. How many
well,
episodes is that?
9, but like to be fair, those episodes are like 22 minutes without the credits.
Oh, that's short.
Yeah, be prepared. There's like people joke there's like 20 minutes of credits for every episode of WandaVision. It legitimately like 7 or 8 minutes of credits. Weird, but
Wasn't expecting that.
you could definitely binge through WandaVision real quick.
Okay.
Now, Kevin, do you have a particular favorite filmmaker?
I think I'm gonna have to stick with the aliens thing and just pick James Cameron.
It's hard to go wrong with James Cameron, honestly,
Yeah,
because
honestly.
this is the man who made Terminator and like the 2 great ones.
I
All the
love the
other
first two
ones-
Terminators. I like things about the third Terminator.
Mhm.
I saw that one in the theater too.
Yeah, like that's another one I think gets a lot of crap. It's just I feel like it's more of just like a fun, straightforward kind of action sci-fi movie. Because like
I have mixed feelings on it, but I still like it.
yeah, I think my biggest thing with it, it's like it literally completely flips the whole entire philosophy of the franchise. Because like the whole entire second movie is about setting your own destiny, and then spoiler alert for a 25-year-old movie. But like the third, well, actually, when did the third Terminator come out?
2003.
Oh crap. Okay, so like a almost 20-year-old movie. The
Yeah,
whole entire
yeah.
thing is like destiny is set. There's no way of stopping Skynet. I'm like, wait a minute. Then what the hell was Judgment Day about? So that was weird. And
No, I like that theme of it though. I like the ending of that movie a lot, but it's filled with a lot of clowny moments before that.
oh, you mean like the sunglasses that Arnold wears at the beginning of the movie?
That one stands out the most.
It
Yes,
probably
it
stands
does.
out the most. They definitely made fun of and parodied his entrance in T2 Judgment Day. Perfect and badass as hell. And then they made
But
it,
jarring at the same time.
which that is, well, that's an interesting thing because obviously at that point going into the movie, I don't know what the marketing campaign was like because obviously Judgment Day, what came out in like 91. So like,
Right. Oh, true. It was a big gap.
so like I was like born that year. So like I didn't see any of the trailers. So I don't even know if they really
Right.
revealed that Arnold's supposed to be a good guy in this movie. And like he gets this like cool like intro and probably sitting in the theater being like, is this a villain?
In T2.
Yeah, because it's like you're
Yeah.
sitting there like he's cool. Am I supposed to like him? Because like in the first movie, he shows up in straight murders, like
Yeah.
viciously murders without any humor. Like he does some bad shit in the beginning of Judgment Day, but like it's to
And
like
it's
George
nice.
Thorogood starts playing and you're just like bad to the bone. And it's just like he's cool. But James Cameron's great. Even something like that's a straightforward action movie like True Lies, which is literally the most expensive movie ever made at that point,
Huh. Didn't
which
know that.
you wouldn't expect that, but is a pretty big budgeted action movie. And like Arnold's great, Jamie Lee Curtis is great. I actually thought Tom Arnold was funny, which is
Uh,
interesting.
I don't know who Tom Arnold is.
A lot of people just remember him being Roseanne Barr's husband,
Oh, okay.
honestly. And like Charlton Heston was in it as basically Nick Fury.
Oh, I didn't know
Because,
that.
yeah, so here paint a scene. They're this crap. What the hell's their? Or I think it's not called Hydra. It's something like sound like that. It's like a government agency. It's totally like it's not the CIA. It's not NSA, but like it's basically Shield ish kind of thing. And it's run by Charlton Heston's character who has an eye patch. And I'm like, you're Nick Fury. You're basically Nick Fury, and Charlton Heston's in it for 2 scenes. But like, Cameron makes some great movies, and it makes me sad that literally the only movie he is like non-documentary that he's made since 1997 is the one Avatar movie, and I'm like,
Oh,
it's
yeah.
just like, what are you doing, man?
I enjoyed Avatar,
I enjoy it
but
too, but
I would
like,
like to see more stuff come out of him. But I know what you mean. Yeah.
yeah, and I'm like, you know what? I'd rather have you take over Terminator again and
That'd be
make
cool.
make a bunch of sequels because
I think he was honestly done with it, and I don't blame him. But I would like that too
that's
if he
fair.
did decide to.
They would have to like hard reboot a lot of things because basically every sequel of Terminator has like completely changed everything.
That's what I hear, and I haven't seen anything beyond Salvation. Weren't there two more, or just one more after that?
Genesis
There
and
were two. Yeah,
Dark Fate.
Genesis and Dark Fate. Okay, there were two.
I I I didn't see Genesis in theaters. I watched it later. A lot of people have a lot of strong feelings about them making John Connor the villain.
I know that twist already.
Yeah, I also well because they gave that away in the trailer, and
Yeah.
everybody's like, "Wait, what?" And then Dark Fate had some interesting things about it. They all have interesting things. It just I don't know
I'm
if
sure.
anybody's ever captured Terminator like James Cameron did. So it is what it is. Now, Kevin, do you have any particular favorite actors or actresses?
That's hard to say. Favorite actors or actresses? I guess going back to Aliens again.
Okay.
If I had, I could go with Sigourney Weaver as a
Okay.
favorite actress. I don't know about favorite actor. I'd have to think about that.
Yes, Sigourney Weaver is a great actress. And
Yeah.
honestly, the only two things I could think of off the top of my head that she's done in the past like 15 years is
Avatar.
Avatar and voicing herself in Finding Dory.
Right.
Where
Oh, I don't remember that. I barely remember that movie though.
she's the narrator to the SeaWorld place. It's like, hello, this is Sigourney Weaver.
Oh,
It's
okay.
actually Sigourney Weaver, and I'm just like, wait, what? It's such a most random cameo in a Disney movie is having Sigourney
I
Weaver.
forgot about Finding Dory. Yeah.
I love Finding Dory. It's a sweet little
Yeah.
movie.
I
So
liked it. I
those,
remember liking it.
those sea otters, so cute. And those sea lions are so mean to Gerald. All Gerald wants to do is sit on that stone with them. Why can't they just move over? But there's like 50 different characters in that movie, so trying to keep track of all the animals.
That's
But
true.
yeah,
There was a lot.
Sigourney Weaver's great because like Ripley is one of the coolest characters, like badass characters in movies, period.
Yeah.
And and she's just like, get your claws off her, you bitch, and just like goes in and that fight at the end of Aliens.
Get away from her.
Yeah,
Yeah.
get away from her, you. And then Ghostbusters.
I like Ghostbusters.
There is no Dana, only Soul. Oh man, her and Bill Murray together are so great in that. I do feel bad because she probably had to deal with all kinds of crap with Bill Murray in that movie.
Probably.
Oh man, yeah, my girlfriend's sleeping above the sheets, 3 feet above them. She's just levitating there. But Sigourney Weaver's great. I wish she popped up in more things because, like,
Yeah.
she was a strong character in Avatar 2. I think she's coming. I think she's coming back. There's a whole bunch of weird things because, like, apparently Stephen Lang's coming back. I'm like, didn't you all
Didn't he
die?
die? Yeah.
Like, you
Oh,
all
okay.
died. What's going on here? So I'm going to reserve any kind of speculation until I actually see Avatar 2 and that it actually is a movie and comes out.
That's true.
So
You're not wrong.
We don't have a whole lot of high hopes. Now, Kevin, do you have a particular film that you could watch literally every day?
A film I could watch literally every day. I would say the very first Spider-Man movie, for sure. That's in my top 10 movies as well.
Yeah. I love Sam Raimi Spider-Man. Tobey Maguire. Willem Dafoe is a Green Goblin.
He's the best part of the movie.
So great. Speaking of memes, I'm a bit of a scientist myself. Oh, and back.
It's just a feel good. It's a feel good movie,
Yeah, it's great, and
came out at the right time.
It definitely had that comic book feel, and you watch it, it's a Sam Raimi movie, like right off the bat, because like you could even feel like little Evil Dead kind of like jump scares too, like even during like the fire in that building, and he's like, "Man, we got to get out of here," and that's a Green Goblin's like, "Wah!" And it's just like, "Yep, that's Sam Raimi right there."
I was like 9 or 10 when that movie came out, and I had a fever for it when I saw it the first time. I was hyped for it, and then I saw it, and I got even more hyped.
Yeah,
and that just stuck with me. And that's just one of the movies.
Because we saw Spider-Man 3 together.
I think we did.
Yeah, because we saw that and Pirates of the Caribbean at World's End, right? Back-to-back weeks. I'm pretty sure.
In the theater?
Yep.
We might have.
We definitely saw Spider-Man 3. I definitely saw those movies back-to-back weeks. That was an interesting summer.
I have not seen any of the Pirates of the Caribbean movies in theaters.
Okay.
So I don't know. I saw the first one and that's it, but not in theaters.
Must have went with somebody else. But I do recall seeing Spider-Man with you.
Yeah. And, well,
Did,
we saw, I think we saw The Amazing Spider-Man together. That's what it was.
hmm.
Either way,
So many
we
Spider-Man.
did see them. Yeah, there's been a lot of them. There's like 8 of them
We've gotten like 3 Spider-Mans within like our lifetime.
now.
It's like it's basically going to turn into James Bond at this point, unless Tom Holland like literally acts as Spider-Man for the next 20 years.
Or the next one that comes out is gonna be the 8th one, right?
Yes, it will be.
Yeah, yeah.
And then if you count how many movies Spider-Man's been in, then we get 11.
9.
Yeah, because
You're right.
Civil
Civil War.
War, Infinity War, and right
Oh,
at the
then
end,
12 because of Endgame.
yep,
There you go.
so many.
That's a lot of Spider-Man. That's a lot of Spider-Man.
It's a lot of Spider-Man. But yeah,
I'm
Spider-Man.
complaining.
So there's people are spreading so many rumors around about superhero movies right now, and some of the ones I've
I don't even.
up is that apparently now that Sam Raimi's working with Marvel, we're gonna get Spider-Man 4, and I'm like,
I like that one.
I'm like,
I've heard that one. Yeah.
don't you dare give me hope that we're ever gonna get a 4th Sam Raimi Spider-Man movie, because like
I get it's a giant meme, but it's a good meme.
yeah,
I like that one.
because like I love the first 2, and like the third one has some problems, but like honestly, I think the last time I watched it, I skipped over all the weird dancing Peter Parker and like emo Peter Parker part, and I'm like, I really like this movie a lot still.
Now, see, that doesn't even ruin it for me because that's kind of the point. That's his idea of what he's going to be doing and what he should be doing when he feels that way. And he's the ultimate nerd, so it's going to be kind of cringe.
I feel like the scene that gets like that probably takes me out of the movie the most is like at that cafe where he's doing like the whole jazz thing, and I'm just like, what?
Oh, I know what you mean. Right.
Yeah, but like right after that is the whole bell tower scene, which is cool. And to be fair, I didn't really like Topher Grace as Eddie Brock a whole lot either.
I didn't mind him. He was doing what they cast him for.
Yeah.
He may have been miscast, but
Yes.
if he's going to be in the role, he did his role well.
Yeah.
So
Oh my God. My spider senses are tingling, if you know what I mean. Oh my God. When he said that, it's so
I enjoyed the Venom movie.
so
It was kind of goofy.
Tom Hardy is so great, and he was so committed to that. And I literally, apparently, there's like 30 more minutes of that movie of him getting used to Venom, and I'm like,
Oh, really?
I want to see that
I would like to see that
because like him interacting with Venom, best part of the movie. And
Yeah,
also,
it was.
I was shocked that movie was. I checked it. It was an hour and 35 minutes without the credits.
Yeah, it felt short when I watched it.
And I'm like, wait a minute, this movie's over?
It went by really quick.
And then we got the Eminem Venom.
Oh yeah, that was good. That was a good movie. Yeah.
And then, oh my God, Woody Harrelson's crazy wig.
I forgot about that.
He's coming back. Let There Be
He was in that movie. Yeah.
Yeah, Let There Be Carnage is supposed to be coming out whenever. Right. I don't trust any release dates anymore.
No, after the last year, I don't trust any release dates either.
It's basically, unless this movie is like came out today, I question any release
right.
of when it's coming out
on HBO
or that too. So like, I'm definitely watching Mortal Kombat next week.
Oh, that does come out this year, doesn't it?
It comes out this coming Friday.
Cool.
I'm down. I'm so down. I'm so excited for Mortal Kombat. Now, Kevin, do you have a particular movie that you feel like you connect to because it relates to another interest of yours?
Because it relates to another interest of mine. To another interest. That's a tough pick.
That's usually the one of the tougher questions that I ask.
Huh. I think I have some ideas bouncing around in my head. I don't know if I have a particular one that jumps out at me, but just the any movie that has like a road trip in it.
Okay.
I would say that's an interest. I like just driving aimlessly,
Sometimes
driving around.
nice to get in the car, blast some music,
Yeah,
and just go places.
and then I guess there's just movies that hit that vibe, right? I can't think of any off the top of my head right now. Now that I'm talking about it, but I'm sure I will as soon as I close my mouth.
There's plenty of like, even just like, there's so many road trip movies out there. Even like, it's funny because even the most recent Sonic movie was basically a road trip at points.
Oh, you know what? You could say Fury Road is a road trip movie. Not the same vibe though.
It sure is. That is not a road trip I would want to go on.
No, it's not.
It's a very dangerous road trip. Very dangerous.
Yeah, it is.
But like being able to go out, get in the car, because like you have things like Easy Rider, like is a classic kind of road trip movie. Obviously, for those, have you seen Easy Rider, Kevin?
I don't believe I have.
Then I won't talk about it. I'm going to leave it at that because it has not the nicest of endings. Let's just put it that way. It's very much a 60s movie. But road trip movies are fun, especially when it's like you have, I think one of my favorites is Planes, Trains, and Automobiles.
I've seen bits and pieces of that movie. I haven't seen it in its entirety yet.
That's definitely one you should catch, like from start to finish, because Steve Martin and John Candy are hilarious. And what an odd couple to be going on an adventure with.
During quarantine, when most of my company was furloughed, they were playing that movie in the break room at work, and I watched a large chunk of it, just not all at once.
Interesting.
Because there was not much work to do for a little bit of stretch of time there.
That's fair. When the world all shut down and slowed. Now, Kevin, do you have a particular movie character that you feel like you connect with?
A particular movie character. I guess you could say he's more of he's not just a movie character, but you could say Peter Parker.
Okay.
Yeah.
So here's a follow-up question specifically to that. Which Peter Parker do you feel like you connect to the most?
I guess I would have to say the Sam Raimi one.
Tobey Maguire.
Right.
So all the ones we experienced first.
Yeah. A little bit for all of them though, but
Yeah.
He's the character is designed to be that way.
Yeah, because
I think that it works.
They're all Peter Parker. And like obviously they have different things. Like Tobey Maguire's is definitely a dork. Like he's definitely like,
that's true.
He is the least cool of the three Peter Parkers, because like Andrew Garfield's Peter Parker was like a cool hipstery kid kind of thing,
but also a dork.
And you just have like Tom Holland is just like this adorable little guy who's just like, oh, I'm so excitable. And obviously he's obviously a nerd and like all into the science and stuff like that. And like, it's so interesting seeing that one because like, obviously they didn't do the Uncle Ben storyline because it's like,
true,
we've done this twice. We don't need to show this again. But then he develops that relationship with Tony Stark, which is interesting. But yeah, it's one of those kinds of questions because it's like so many people ask who's your Spider-Man and who's your Batman.
Oh, I get you. Yeah.
I definitely think I think at this point, still Tobey Maguire is my favorite Spider-Man. But
I would agree.
I also have those strong feelings for the Sam Raimi trilogy. We could also talk about who's your favorite Batman.
Who's my favorite Batman? For me, that is a close tie with Ben Affleck and Michael Keaton.
I was going to jokingly say George Clooney. If somebody,
he could have been if someone else made the movie.
He could have been if he.
I think
like it would be interesting seeing him now because 100% he would be Bruce Wayne. Like, come on.
Oh yeah, right.
George Clooney. Look at him. And it's interesting trying to balance that because I love Michael Keaton and I love those two Batman movies, and he's
I like how wild he is in them.
He's an eccentric weirdo.
Exactly. I like that.
Yeah. Where he's like, let's get nuts. And I'm just like, yo, that's Beetlejuice. That's Beetlejuice right there. And I love Michael Keaton so much. Even in
it's a fair pick.
Like in The Other Guys, him just as their captain.
Oh, right. I saw that with you.
Oh, I love The Other Guys. That's a movie that I could watch every day.
Yeah, that's a good pick.
Adam McKay comedies are definitely movies I could watch any day. Like I could throw in Step Brothers, Talladega Nights, Anchorman, The Other Guys. The Other Guys is probably my favorite though. I could quote that movie way too much.
I don't think I've seen Step Brothers.
Oh my god.
I've seen Anchorman.
Cannonball. In a glass box of emotions. Okay, I'm gonna stop before I start quoting all those movies. But I don't know. I wish we would get more Ben Affleck Batman because
I wanted more. I think he's my favorite, but I don't think we're gonna get more. But
no,
I wouldn't be opposed to it.
I have
that's not true. That's not true. He's coming back for the Flash movie. But I think that's it.
Supposedly.
And Michael Keaton.
Supposedly. Because Michael Keaton came out recently and said he might not do it because of COVID and stuff like that. And I'm just like, I don't.
That's the thing. You can't trust anything right now because of that.
I don't trust a thing. Nothing.
Just like you were saying.
I trust.
That would have been cool.
Trust nothing anymore.
At least we're getting the Spider-Man movie with the multiverse, right? We'll see about that too.
Because Alfred Molina just came out yesterday and said a whole bunch of stuff, and I'm just like, are you supposed to be saying these things? I'm just like, because apparently he said Doc Ock is picking up right from the river from the end of Spider-Man 2, and I'm like, wait, what? I don't want to ask any questions. I
haven't been reading about these things. You probably read more than me.
I'll watch the trailers when they come out. I don't want to know anything else more at this point.
No, yeah, I agree.
At this point, and even the trailers, a lot of times.
That type of movie, right?
Too much crap away. So, especially Sony. Because I felt like I watched literally the whole entire movie, Amazing Spider-Man 2, before the movie even came out.
They do have a habit of doing that with their trailers, don't they?
They sure do.
Yeah.
Now, Kevin, what's a movie that you think would surprise people that you love?
The Room.
God damn it.
Jane, you've seen it, right?
Unfortunately, yes. I've seen it.
Fortunately, you have seen that movie.
So, I'm the kind of person that... So, there's laughing with a movie because it's supposed to be funny, and there's laughing at a movie because it's so bad it's funny.
Okay, for me, it's both of those.
Well, because the thing is,
that's the thing.
To be funny.
It's not. No, it's not. But it is.
Because it's so bad.
Without a doubt, unironically, with how bad that movie is, it circles around to being one of my favorites to just put on in the background. Okay. And just...
That is a movie I can never sit and watch all the way through again.
I can. And I have.
It's 2 hours. Why is that
I've probably seen that movie about 10 times now.
Oh my God.
I saw it in the theater too. They played it in Philly.
Did they throw spoons?
People were throwing spoons.
Yep.
It was a good experience.
I will laugh at clips of it. Like I could pull up clips of it, like the whole flower shop scene. Oh, hi doggy. And it's just like, oh Johnny, I didn't realize it was you, your favorite customer. Hi, goodbye, bye bye. I'm just like, who directed this scene?
All right. Well, Shane, you see, you're making a mistake if you're watching that movie entirely sober. Because if you're not sober, it becomes a lot easier to watch the whole movie and get more laughs out of it.
Well, Kevin, you know me. I've never consumed alcohol before, so I'm perpetually sober. So obviously the room is not for me then. Oh man. God, the room. There are definitely things. Oh, there it is. There it is.
See, I own it on Blu-ray. I'm a true fan of that movie.
Where is it? Right here. I love this movie.
That's a really good movie.
I love The Disaster Artist. I'd rather watch them recreate the scenes in The Disaster Artist and Seth Rogen make fun of them.
Did you read the book?
Oh man, that was perfect casting as him as the script supervisor, just so that he could say everything.
Oh, true.
Because he's just
that was
like,
good casting.
Does he even know where a vagina is?
I mean, you knew he was going to be in the movie at some point because James Franco was making it.
Because he had to. Oh,
Right.
The cast in that movie is perfect. Even just like the small things, like Zac Efron playing the drug dealer guy, and just everything.
That's true.
But yes, The Room. I know so like Jess loves watching it. I know so many people who just love watching it. I'm like, I can't. I
think I have the same movie taste as her. It sounds like it.
I sit there and I'm like, I can't sit there and watch this terrible movie and laugh at it. I feel bad. And because like I watch so many movies and critique them and stuff like that, and I'm like, I want something that's gonna
it's a whole different beast. It's a whole different beast though. It goes beyond that.
It's a truly unique experience because like
it is unique.
There's things like perfect example, the 95 Mortal Kombat movie. That movie is campy as hell and knows it. It knows that it's ridiculous and has fun with it. Tommy Wiseau.
That's a good time. That is a good time.
Tommy Wiseau did not know that his movie was a train wreck. But now, in hindsight, you're just like, oh, I meant it to be. I'm like, you're full of shit. You're full of it. But like, I could definitely understand, like, but that's the thing. I could watch clips of it and laugh really hard. But like, as a whole movie, I tried sitting through it once, and I'm just like, nah, I can't. I can't get from scene to scene and like quote unquote and just like.
But you were sober, so.
So here's the message of the day. If you're going to watch The Room, watch it drunk or even just a little tipsy. Have some alcohol. And
something.
For all of those sober people out there, avoid it. So, because I don't think.
Or still check it out.
Or check it out. Give it a
The first time I saw it, I was sober. And I knew it was a gem.
It's so interesting that films
once it gets going.
This is the definition of a cult classic because there is just like there is a sense of wonder around the room. And I will laugh at it, but
oh, sorry.
Oh, I'll say I will sit and watch The Room if I'm at with friends and somebody wants to watch it and I'll sit it with people. I'm not going to sit there by myself and watch The Room ever again. I actually fell asleep towards the end of the movie because I was that bored.
No, see, that's not right. That doesn't make sense to me, Shane.
We must have been watching a different movie.
It was not a boring movie by any stretch.
No, Kevin, my last question for you is what do you love most about movies?
The thing I love most about movies is that it will put me in a different world for as long as I'm watching it. I forget about real life for a little while.
I feel the same exact way.
Yeah,
I miss going to the movie theater.
exactly. That especially would
Because
do that.
watching at home, there's just so many distractions. Just so
Yeah,
but like being able to sit in a dark movie theater, come into life, and there's so many like I've had so many fun
you
experiences.
zone out.
Excuse me, experiences with just you. Like I think the first time I ever saw Casablanca was with you.
Oh, we did. Yeah, that was playing in the theater.
Yeah,
That was a good one.
yeah, that was a great and like that movie is hilarious. Oh my
I think that
god.
was my first time seeing it too.
Mhm. And then we did we see? I think we saw Ponyo together.
We did. We
Yeah.
saw that and the Cat Returns.
Yep.
Right.
And then because I was planning on going to see all of the Studio Ghibli films in theaters that year, and then my transmission
Right.
went on my car, and I'm like, I need to spend less money.
Right.
Ugh, transmissions, they're expensive.
If only you'd known that you would have been stuck at home for like a whole year after that, saving some money. I would have spent a bit more before quarantine hit.
That's fair. That's a fair point.
I
But
saved up a lot because of it.
that's a fair point too, because like I've spent a lot of money on movies, like
Right.
streaming and watching movies. But now, Kevin, what is your question for me?
My question for you. What is the first movie you remember watching on DVD?
On DVD?
Right.
Oh, so this is a very vivid memory because I remember when we first got a DVD player, I did one of those mail-in DVD clubs. And like you get
Huh.
5 movies for like a penny a piece for the first one, and then all of them after that are like the ridiculous like publisher price because they're like $25 to $30.
Like original Netflix,
Yeah, kind of thing.
Blockbuster, and all that. They
Yeah.
had something like that.
Well, so this was something where you bought them. So like
Oh,
you
okay.
actually owned.
Oh,
So yeah,
huh.
I used to do book clubs too. And like I used a lot of mail-in club things when that was a thing. Because like to be fair, I didn't really use the internet a whole lot until I was like
Right,
senior in high school. Because I had to take keyboarding senior year because I'm like, I don't really know how to use a computer very well. I was
right.
going to go off to college. And so we did the mail-in thing, and it was a movie of a month. Just got sent to you, new releases. The first one was Signs.
Signs. Okay.
And
That's a good movie.
I love Signs. I still love Signs today. But boy, as like a 12-year-old, that scared the shit out of me. Like, oh my God, terrifying.
Yeah, I could see why.
Oh my God. I remember all of those scares so vividly. Like the worst one, like obviously the most famous one of it's like, it's behind. And like the kid standing there, and then it walks out of the bush and like turns and looks at the camera.
That
Terrifying.
was good.
But when they're in the cellar at the end and they have that coal thing and the son standing in front of like the metal grates and all of a sudden a hand
Right.
comes over his shoulder, I'm like, 12-year-old Shane lost his shit watching that movie.
They
So
built up tension really good in that movie.
yes,
Really well.
we got that and Gosford Park were some of the early ones.
I don't know what
And
that is.
it's a period piece murder mystery. And as a kid, I didn't appreciate it. But now I have
Probably a good movie though.
do I have it?
Murder mysteries. Those are good.
So like I didn't appreciate this when I was a kid. But this movie, listen to this cast. So this was a Robert Altman film, which is interesting because I had no idea who the hell that was when I was a kid. But this has let's see, Bob Balaban, Charles Dance, Tywin Lannister,
Huh.
Stephen Fry,
Okay.
Michael Gambon, Richard E. Grant, Derek Jacobi, Kelly MacDonald, Helen Mirren, Clive Owen, Ryan Phillippe, Maggie Smith, Kristen Scott Thomas, Emily Watson, and it's just like, this is a packed cast.
Yeah.
And I really like it a lot. And it's funny because Stephen Fry plays like a bumbling like detective who comes in to like figure things out towards the end of the movie. I love Stephen Fry.
What's it
So
called? Godfrey's place?
Gosford Park.
Oh.
Yeah. So that and Signs, those were the two earliest DVDs I remember. I remember also getting the Dr. Dolittle movie
Oh yeah.
DVD with Eddie Murphy.
The Eddie Murphy one.
Because I
Right.
had the Rex Harrison one on VHS growing up as a kid with the Push Me Pull Me, the giant snail, like the giant moving island, and all kinds of like, it's a weird movie, and somehow was nominated for Best Picture. There were different times then with some of the stuff that got like Around the World in 80 Days won Best Picture.
Huh.
At one point. So people loved big budget, like epic scale movies back then. But that was a good question. I always like reminiscing because, like, obviously, as you all can see
Yeah,
behind,
yeah.
I have a lot of movies. So, and
I figured.
there's another one here too. So,
All right, so follow-up question to that. So that's the first movie you owned on DVD.
uh
What's the first movie you saw on DVD? You watched on DVD?
I think that might have, like, I still think it might have been Signs because,
Oh, it still might have been? Oh.
we got that. Like, I remember because, like, DVD players were expensive when
Yeah.
they came out, and DVDs were expensive. They're still kind of expensive. Like, dude, these need to be $20 a piece, kind of thing. But like I'll buy a Criterion collection for 20 something dollars.
Yeah, I
I'm
do
not gonna
that.
buy like I usually wait for something to be $10 or less before I buy it.
That's fair.
Yeah, because the opposite. What was the last movie I got on DVD? I just got Echo in the Canyon that came on DVD the other day, which is a documentary about like folk music in California and LA in the late 60s. So
Okay.
I have a large variety of different kinds of movies too. I have documentaries, I have all kinds of things. So I love collecting movies. And I've watched all of these. So
Every single one.
yes.
Oh wow.
So that's
I own movies that I haven't seen, so
it'll be fun getting
that's
back,
commendable.
like watching things with other people.
Yeah. Hey, I've got my second COVID shot. I think you have too. So once we're
Today.
fully inoculated.
So today is my 2 weeks since I got it.
Oh,
So
really? Okay.
apparently it has kicked in.
Cool.
So we'll set up a
The
movie.
27th for me. That'll be my 2 weeks.
So we'll set up a movie night in May and we'll figure out a movie you haven't watched yet. And you
Sounds
and Carol
good.
can come over, we get food and watch a movie.
I like it.
So
Check out your new place.
absolutely. Because I love my new spaces. I swung my desk around so I could start filming in front of all of these and not
Okay.
be sitting on a stool. So it's been a nice change of pace because I have like my desk here. But well, this was fun, Kevin. And I
It's good to
appreciate
see
you
you.
coming on. It was good to see you too. We'll definitely be hanging out soon. And
Yeah.
it's always great talking movies because Kevin here is one of my oldest friends. Honestly, you're out of all the friends that I still see and spend time with, you're my oldest friend.
Yeah, I'd say you're about the same.
So we go all the way back. Almost
Yeah.
20 years now. I don't like that.
Since we were that big.
This could sound terrible. I probably was bigger when we met than I am now. So,
Yeah, you're right.
but that's another story for another day.
Yeah.
But Kevin, thank you for coming on, and thank all of you for tuning in and always supporting your Wasteland Reviewer.